I'm trying to look for encoding. Let's put the streaming right now. And at the end I'm trying my best, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing
Give it a shot.
Come on as a maintenance group commander. I can't think of someone who is more well equipped to take this job right now. I think you'll do excellent. And I've got just a few points of advice for you before you take command. The first is leadership, no matter how you cut it. Whether you're leading operators, security forces, defenders, or maintainers, your job is to ensure that we provide nuclear deterrence through maintaining the safe, secure, reliable options in support of STRATCOM's nuclear mission. The second thing I'll leave with you, and more importantly, take care of our airmen. I said a couple of days ago that only the best come north. To have the best airmen, we need the best leaders. And in order to do that, you got to take good care of them. I'm depending on to do so. Look forward to working with you. And to Colonel Branson, Godspeed. Good luck on all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Your microphone. Change that. I put your microphone. Where's your microphone?
Or you want to go to the actual
No,
properties?
No, that has to do before. Oh, you did that.
Property?
Properties? Which the microphone's back? Where is your microphone?
I don't know which one it is. I think it was the one we have.
Our people, and certainly that we're bringing up behind us. Along that leadership vein, thanks to the maintenance group leadership team for their excellent leadership and their bias for action. Major Taylor, Major Clements, Major Escarzaga, soon to be Major Beckner, Chief Clark, Chief Smith, Chief Favreau. What a blessing of riches to have this amount of talent to push forward positive changes and continue aligning our processes and operations with standard maintenance practices. And Colonel Rector, if I could offer the one most positive thing in everyone's life here today is to have somebody like Adam in your life somewhere along that journey. He simply makes everything and everyone he comes in contact with better. Full stop. And now to the heart of the team. Those who posture our vehicles, ready the equipment, repair and test components, fill our supply coffers, ensure compliance, ready tech data, analyze metrics, I know it's a favorite of yours, train competencies, ensure personnel reliability, and to those who ultimately dispatch to the field. What you do day in and day out is nothing short of remarkable. We struggle to capture the essence of what this collection of individuals become in execution, and I think the closest we come to is to adopt the term grit. We operate in a very challenging environment. Despite the way it looks today, it does snow here every once in a while. And we do that on an incredibly aged weapon system. Excelling in this mission environment requires folks who embody a toughness, a resilience, a tenacity, an endurance, and a Rough Rider spirit that they will succeed despite the myriad of challenges that they will face and encounter. Quite simply, grit. The team's performance and its associated awards and accolades are a testament to how awesome our maintenance cadre is. Thanks to each of you and to your families for the investment of time, energy, and the support to one another, and thanks for letting me be a small part of our collective history. Pat, Jesse, welcome to the family. Pat, congratulations on taking command and stewardship of a talented and determined team who have the ability to deliver on the strategic promise of this weapon system. We're fortunate to have so many of your talents take the leadership reins, and I'm almost certain that I have great expectations that the accolades and the achievements will continue to be bestowed upon this group under your leadership. Best of luck. And now, it would be expected to conscript a Teddy Roosevelt quote to end my remarks today, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go, although he's spent a lot of wisdom, I'm going to go with one of his friends, a fellow naturalist. And even that, I'm going to really tinker with John Muir's famous quote about his famous woods and his famous mountains. Quite simply put, the beach is calling, and Kate and I must go. Take care, God bless. Bully!
Kate, the 91st Maintenance Group would like to thank you for your friendship and support. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the official change of command. Attention to orders. Department, Air Force, Headquarters, 91st Maintenance Group, Minot Air Force Base, Special Order G22014, dated by order of the Commander, Colonel Richard W. Branson, will relinquish command to Colonel Patrick H. Baum, 91st Maintenance Group, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, effective 9 June 2022. Signed, Colonel Kenneth McGee.
Sir.
Sir, I assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. And I present to you the Commander, 91st Maintenance Group, Colonel Patrick Baum.
Well, thank you. I'm going to try to continue the theme of keeping everything short and succinct. I'm usually pretty good at that because I don't like giving speeches in front of big groups. So I want to just say I'm grateful. I have a lot of gratitude for having the opportunity to command again. It was a little different experience when I went to Malmstrom in the 490th with Colonel Nemish. This is a lot different. I appreciate all the work that went into putting together one of these ceremonies, so I know it's a lot of hard work, and I appreciate everything that everybody did. I'm especially grateful to my family, Jesse, my wife, and my two boys, Cooper and Devin, who followed me around this country for about 24 years. My boys used to say, I used to ask them, hey, do you want to join the military? And they both said, no, we wouldn't want to do that to our kids. So I'm sorry that I had to drag you around for so long, but I think you guys have turned out pretty well for it. I'm grateful to all my mentors, my parents, my family, most of all to the airmen who are willing to put their faith in me, the leadership that I've been able to provide throughout my career. I think this is going to be a really great adventure. I think I have a solid support system in place that's going to help me. I'm grateful to Major General Lutton and Colonel McGee and Colonel Menaway for having the confidence in me to trust me with the maintenance group, even though I've never done this before. I recognize that you all are probably a little apprehensive about that, and if it makes you feel any better, I'm also apprehensive. So I know that Colonel Rector is not going to let me fall on my face, maybe stumble and skin my knee a little bit, but that'll be okay. You guys are really what make this group function and work. So I think the easy part is that I am not going to be telling you guys how to do your jobs because I don't know. I don't have any ability to divine the right answers just because I'm the group commander. I am genuinely curious about your processes, how you do things. So take my questions for what they are. It really is just genuine curiosity. I'm grateful to Colonel Branson. I think that this organization is in tip-top shape. You know, a lot of times commanders come in and they just start changing things. But after reading the strategic document, his commander's intent and philosophy, there's really not a whole lot of daylight between he and I and in our own personal leadership philosophies. So my intent is to not break anything and to keep us on the glide slope that we're on. And I think that this organization is already in a position to do that. I have one consistent and simple message for the group. There's 3 principles that I think are super important to me, and I hope that you can use them in your daily operations. Number 1 is be humble. Number 2 is be curious. And number 3 is build character. If you're humble, you recognize that there's always somebody in the room that probably knows something more than you do. I think our technical orders and our nuclear surety are the guardrails. Those are going to manage our day-to-day operations, but you have freedom of action between those guardrails. I think if you're humble, you recognize that people have grown up under different circumstances and have different experiences and can maybe teach you something that you don't know. You have to put aside your preconceived notions and bias and listen and learn from those that are around you. Humility demands that you contemplate and consider the possibility that someone could have the key to solving a problem that you don't know how to surmount. If you're curious, you'll never reach the end of your journey to build knowledge. Learning about all the different ways that you fit into the deterrence mission, fit into the mission of the group, fit into the mission of your section, all of that stuff comes together. I promise that as you have the curiosity to fill the gaps where you have problems or where you have lack of knowledge, it'll generate more questions, more areas for you to pursue a little bit further out on those edges. There are policies in the safety, operations, and security realms that can reveal the foundational concepts that make everything we do sensible and logical. How other units and organizations influence others, what type of leaders are successful. Curiosity is the motivating factor for filling in those gaps. Be curious and you'll always have something to do with your free time. Be curious and no one will have to provide you the why of what you're doing. It's all connected. Finally, like I said, if you can be humble and curious, opportunities to build your character will come up. Character is your nature, cultured and disciplined. Everybody has their own unique, innate mark, and historically, anciently, that's all that character meant, is an innate mark. Nowadays, I think we need to be a little bit more aspirational about what character means. It means mastering yourself. It means bringing your individual desires and impulses under control. The Air Force core values are a great way to place your moral judgment on your individual mark. The core values give us that good guide. We need to bring our nature under the discipline of the core values. Major Dick Winters from the Band of Brothers fame says, "Character is all the other virtues on the verge of breaking." If you're humble and curious about those obstacles and your natural reactions to them, you can reflect and determine if your actions were in line with the structure of the core values. If you find you're not living up to your aspirations, commit to making a change. You don't have to live through every obstacle. You can observe what other people are doing as well, learn from their mistakes, as people say. I read a really great summary of character by a man named James Davidson Hunter. He says that character cannot develop in an environment where ethical decisions are forced upon you. Character is a product of judgment, discretion, and choice. We all have our own free will. We all make choices every single day. It's about making the choices that bring our natural tendencies. If you do that, you'll be more effective at doing your job. You'll be able to communicate and collaborate with others and influence others to do the right thing as well. Humility, learning, and discipline are the cornerstone of character. Single most important predictor of success for special operators is character and their ability to control and discipline their actions. I know that we're not all soft operators, probably none of us are, but I think that developing your character is a